So, Linda, I have a question. Using the world game when assessing giftedness, why is the world game important?
When I was first exposed to the World Game in the Netherlands in 2015, I immediately recognized it as an, a nonverbal IQ test. It has many other uses. It's been used for learning style. It's been used to detect dyslexia. It's been used to look at family relations by therapists in the Netherlands. But I saw it as a nonverbal IQ test. That was what attracted me to it. And when I found out that there had been Ravens tests given by Charlotte Bueller and by other people, and that they had collected valid IQ data to support that it's an IQ test, and that it generates a developmental age for the child, I knew for sure that I was on the right track, that it was an IQ test. The mental age divided by the child's chronological age was the first method of determining IQ. And you've got mental ages that go with the different constructs, the different builds that the children make, because this is typical of what a 5-year-old builds. This is typical of what an 8-year-old builds.
Yes.
This is typical of what a 10-year-old builds. Once you've got a mental age, you've got an IQ test, because you can divide mental age by chronological age, multiply by 100, and there's your IQ. And you, more than anyone else, have collected the data on the WISC and on other IQ tests that support that the information you get from a world game is validated by the WISC. No one else has collected the kind of data that you have on gifted children. You have even found how to use the world game to determine if a child is highly gifted or exceptionally gifted or profoundly gifted. No one else has done that but you. And I have been wanting to bring the world game to the United States since 2015. It's been my goal to teach the Americans about this. And I thought it would be very useful for identifying gifted children who were multilingual, gifted children who were culturally diverse, gifted children who did not do well on IQ tests, but who could show what they could do through a world game, through building, gifted children who were primarily visual spatial learners. So I could see it being used in so many different ways in the United States. And we didn't get that opportunity until this last year, when you and Johnny and Marianne van de Koolwijk and Ed came to the US and trained some people in the United States, and even some people from Canada and some people from Italy came to get the training. But since I couldn't seem to get as much interest in early on in the from 2015, 2016, 2017, to get Marianne to be able to come to the United States, I was thrilled when in 2018, you invited all of us to come get the training with Marianne in Denmark. And I ended up bringing, I think, 14 people all together. And they all stayed with you. And it was a wonderful experience. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. They will never forget it. And that introduced the world game to all of the people who had come from the United States and from Canada. I think it's a very valuable tool. I love the fact that you use the world game as a rapport builder to enter the child's world and to give them a fun experience to do before they take the WISC. That, I think, is marvelous.
Yes, we appreciate using the tool, and we're also so happy about that now it's being used on First Nation people in Canada,
Yes.
and to follow these minority groups as well. It's just so interesting. I know that one of the schools for the gifted, they did it on the Afro American population. They did it on some of the children who could not afford doing the whisk. So this is how they were accepted to the gifted schools. And now that it's spread and other people are teaching on how to use the world game, we get a lot of information through all the schemes that they fill out to give us more information to use for the Radboud University in Holland, where we give in all the assessment results that we have so far. And today is Saturday, and yesterday I had my child number 4,198.
Wow.
So very soon it's 4,200. So that's it won't be long.
It's very exciting because in addition to the world game, you've gotten other data on this population. So your work has made a huge difference.
It would be lovely also to do this assessment on the Inuit people in Greenland. I would love this. And I was asked to come do it with a lot of children in Greece. And I was asked to come to Hong Kong to do it with 200 children. That was through one of your contacts. And it's very interesting.
That's right. Josephina from Hong Kong came
yes,
too.
Yes.
To
it's
the
very
training.
interesting to see how many people are interested now in using this tool, because the whisk is very limited. And using the world game gives us a different pictures. In particular, when you look at the visual spatial learners.
Yes.
I had a fun meeting with Dr. Temple Grandin. You remember when I visited you last year in October? Because she was so thrilled about just sitting there with the world game, the tactile experience, using the building pieces. And the fun fact is, because you know Lego is Danish, that some of the building pieces years ago were actually Lego parts. So that's a fun thing, actually. Yeah. So.
Well, you also were invited to New Zealand.
Yes. And Canada. So
that was to try it with the Maori.
Yes.
People, the Maori gifted children.
Yes. So it opens up so many doors. Thanks to you. You're the one who encouraged me to do this. So I'm very thankful for that.
Well, and you also did and ran with it.
Well, we're also thankful. We had a training last year also here in Denmark with Danish psychologists and also from Norway. So it's very slowly being used in various places, also here in Scandinavia. So we're not just in Holland and Germany and Belgium and the US. So it's spreading. Yes.